Hi, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reacting to Stitch to get Stitch to get pictures review of it chapter 2, and you do not know how excited I am for this, because this guy hasn't uploaded in a whole year, and before we can get into the video, link in the video. I'll leave a link in the description of the video. Check him out. Watch all his videos. They are 10 out of 10 quality. Because his videos are such a breath of fresh air. Because most house nowadays only care about money. Because that's why they're so filtered now. And so corporate. And YouTube is slowly becoming CorpTube. And I absolutely love his videos so much. And let's just get in to this video, and this is my very first time I've ever seen this video. So let's get into this, and here we go. 3, 2, 1, here we go. Some technical difficulties. Okay, figure out how I can watch it. Because I'm gonna use my editing system to watch this.
Hello, I'm Andy the Maniacal Cinephile, and much like Pennywise, I have awakened from hibernation.
Thank God for that. Hello? Okay, he's waking up.
What time is it? 2 p.m. Good. What?
2 p.m. Oh my God. How did you... Oh my God, 2 p.m.? Who gets up at 2 p.m.?
September 2019? I've been asleep for 2 years? I don't get it. All we had before bed was some Tide Pods.
Maybe they were expired?
Damn it, Evil Andy. Stop trying to poison me.
Yes, the return of Evil. God, I guess it's such nostalgia.
Oh no. Grandma! Who's been picking up her medicine?
Oh, I think Grandma. Here we go. God.
It Chapter 2 is the second half of the
Oh, that was metal.
2017 film based on the 1986 Stephen King novel that numbers 1,138 pages. It was...
Just don't read it. Especially if you're a cop and you live near Stephen King. Just don't read it if you're a cop and you live near Stephen King.
The 80s, and Stephen was coked out of his mind.
Yes.
The new film is once again directed by Andy Muschietti and penned by screenwriter Gary Dauberman, who just made his directorial debut with Annabelle Comes Home. It Chapter 1 became the highest grossing horror film of all time, So they got some big clown shoes to fill.
Hey, Andy?
Yeah, little buddy?
I was practicing my numbers when I found something spooky about the release date.
Friday?
No, look. Here are the release dates for both movies, and they equal 27.
Oh God. God. God, not Illuminati. I thought it started in 2015.
That light is bright.
Yeah.
Set in 2016, 27 years after the Losers Club defeated Pennywise, it returns to terrorize the town of Derry once more.
Okay, just don't get political. Whatever you do, don't get political.
Because who says nothing exciting happens in the Pine Tree State?
Maine, come for the... clams?
Now adults, the losers have long since gone their separate ways. However, children have gone missing again because they're small and don't listen. So Mike, the only one of the group to remain in Derry, calls the others home to honor their promise. Damaged by the experiences of their past, they must each conquer their deepest fears to destroy Pennywise once and for all, putting them directly in the path of the clown that has become deadlier than ever.
No, for real. He got his ass handed to him by some kids, and he's like super pissy about it.
The kids from the first film are all back and get a decent amount of screen time. The young actors actually grew so much in between filming that they had to be digitally de-aged.
I could tell.
But what about the grown-ups? I must admit that the actors hired to play the adults were perfectly cast, from the losers to Henry Bowers, even the girl working at the pharmacy. James McAvoy is Bill, the once stuttering leader of the Losers Club who battled Pennywise to avenge his dead brother, Georgie.
You lied. And I died. But did the parents really need to put that on Georgie's tombstone?
Who's to say who lied and who died if they never find a body?
As an adult, Bill is a mystery writer, is married to a movie star, and is constantly reminded that the endings to his books suck.
And then Stephen King had a cameo and basically flipped off the audience.
McAvoy did a terrific job as Bill. He even injured himself for real during a fight scene with Pennywise, suffering a double thigh strain.
Like when Vince McMahon blew both of his quads simply trying to get into the ring.
McAvoy even suggested the Funhouse scene.
Is that bad? Is that bad? I laughed. I'm sorry. I know it's messed up.
Which was a nice addition, because it's like his character failed to save Georgie for a second time.
Hello.
Okay. What are this? What are they? Someone he looks like the dog filter on Snapchat or Instagram or wherever it is. He looks like the dog filter.
I can't tell if that's supposed to be scary or funny.
Pennywise woke up after 27 years and discovered Snapchat.
It Chapter 2 stars Jessica Chastain, who also appeared with McAvoy in X-Men Dark Phoenix. And if you knew that, you're one of 10 people who saw Dark Phoenix. Chastain is Beverly Marsh, the childhood love interest of Bill and Ben. As an adult, Bev is a
Well, thank God they didn't. Well, if you've read the book, you'll know what I mean.
fashion designer married to the abusive Tom Rogan. Sadly, she grew up and married someone just like her father. Speaking of Daddy's little girl, the teaser trailer was mainly Bev visiting her dad's old house.
But you know what they say about Derry. No one who dies here ever really dies.
That's what I told the judge!
Well, hopefully, if you see the teaser, hopefully they'll show it.
Staring contest, eh? Alright, I'm game.
Blank.
But tell me, how is it
I
being
won.
back in Derry?
Mainly because I edit the videos.
Yeah.
Are these your family?
My father came to this country with $14 in his pocket.
I can tell this is gonna be a long story.
Thank God. Thank God it doesn't look that good in this quality of video. And $14 in what's probably the 1800s. That's a lot for the 1800s.
A creepy naked contest, eh?
No.
I'm game.
An important scene for Bev during the climax is an emotional encounter with Pennywise. It uses how men have treated Bev against her, and she overcomes it.
Just don't get political. You'll ruin the entire movie.
Women overcoming past abuse is a very contemporary issue.
I still can't eat a pudding pop.
Jay Ryan plays Ben, who was bullied as a kid for being overweight, but grew out of it.
Just like the boy from Matilda.
And what do you think of that, Brucey?
It's actually quite good.
As an adult, Ben is a wealthy architect who never outgrew his shyness. Like the others, Ryan is perfectly cast as Ben. Bill Hader plays Richie, Bill's four-eyed best friend whose wisecracking mouth often gets him into trouble. As an adult,
Basically, he's the Ash Williams of the group.
Richie becomes a stand-up comic.
Well, Grace, be careful. I'm not afraid of you!
The fun's just beginning. The line from your act, dude. I'm a fan.
Fans. Always too good for a violent shaking.
Bill Hader was cast based on Finn Wolfhard's recommendation. Although it deviates from the book, Richie's dirty little secret adds more depth to the character and makes for a bittersweet ending.
Well, hopefully the secret isn't, well, hopefully they don't ruin his character.
I was a bit skeptical because Hader admits that he had a hard time acting scared and would nervously smile.
We would do takes, and the director, Andy Machete, would come and he's like, Bill, you need to be scared, man.
But Bill Hader steals the show.
Oh, guys, we gotta get out of here. Pennywise is here.
Isaiah Mustafa plays Mike Hanlon, the once homeschooled kid picked on by the racist Henry Bowers. As an adult, Mike has become Derry's town librarian, who has dug into the history of Pennywise.
Well, in 2016, he has possibly the worst job ever. Because no one in 2016 visited a library. 2016, I meant.
All he had to do was read the book.
One of my criticisms of Chapter 1 was that Mike had very little to do and was treated like an afterthought, so it's nice that Mike finally got some decent screen time. What about the grown-ups?
Actually, I have my nose. Okay.
In Love Triangle, my favorite...
Well, Grace, be careful. I'm not afraid of you!
Just go
The
back
fun's
to
just
that.
beginning. The line from your act, dude. I'm a fan.
Fans.
As an adult, Mike has become Derry's town librarian, who has dug into the...
Let's quickly check. So recording.
history of Pennywise.
All he had to do was read the book.
One of my criticisms of Chapter 1 was that Mike had very little to do and was treated like an afterthought, so it's nice that Mike finally got some decent screen time.
Other than Old Spice commercials.
I'm on a horse.
James Ransone plays Eddie, who is the epitome of a hypochondriac. Because Eddie worries about everything, he became a risk analyst and married a woman very similar to his overbearing mother.
Mothers can be very dominant.
Well, that's just creepy then.
Until you cut them down to size.
While Bill, Bev, and Ben gave us the emotional drama and love triangle, my favorite and most entertaining would be Richie and Eddie.
Wait, Andy, you're forgetting someone.
Oh, yeah. Lastly, Andy Bean plays the adult version of Stanley, who goes...
Yeah.
For 27 years I dreamt of you. I craved you. I missed you.
Burger King Teletubby Tubby Custard. It was heckin' good.
Bill Skarsgård returns as It, a billion-year-old shape-shifting alien from the Macroverse that awakens from hibernation to feed on terrified children.
Food. It just tastes better when it's afraid. Isn't that right? Ham sandwich.
It is the personification of fear itself, and its favorite form is that of Pennywise, the dancing clown. It was overpowered and seriously wounded by the Losers Club back in 1989, forcing it into early hibernation. In Chapter 2, Pennywise has been waiting for the losers and is motivated to exact revenge. So does Pennywise redeem himself? Not really. This Pennywise is weakened and still fears the losers. Pennywise at his best is shown in flashbacks terrorizing the kids in scenes that we never got to see in Chapter 1. There are plenty of unsettling set pieces for Pennywise to shine, but the film relies on more CGI and jump scares than Chapter 1.
Probably why I like Tim Curry. Just a tiny bit more.
Well, at least Tim kinda got a cameo.
Worst effect would...
At least, please God, hopefully Scott, and hopefully they didn't make Pennywise do the infamous wah-ha. Please, hopefully, please don't make him do that. Because that was so funny in the original.
Probably be the naked old lady. Too cartoony. My favorite effect, however, would probably be the head that sprouted crab legs, because it reminded me of The Thing. And thank God we didn't get that at the end.
Yeah.
Although some moments are more silly than scary, Bill Skarsgård once again kills it as Pennywise.
Even if he kinda reminds me of Jim Carrey's Grinch.
Gaze into the face of fear. Booga booga!
You know, for a dancing clown, his dance moves suck.
Yeah.
It is a movie about friendship. Only together could they stand up to Henry Bowers, and only together could they defeat Pennywise. Which is why I'm glad I have so many friends.
What friends?
It is also about confronting childhood trauma and overcoming adult fears.
Adult fears like bills, taxes, and weird body hair.
At 2 hours and 49 minutes, It Chapter 2 is 34 minutes longer than Chapter 1, making it the longest horror movie ever. In total, both films have a combined run
Longest, yeah. Well, okay then.
time of 5 hours and 4 minutes, almost 2 hours more than the 1990 miniseries.
It's also the longest anti-McDonald's ad campaign ever.
Oh well, I like long movies. What else are we gonna do with our life?
In interviews, Jessica Chastain claimed that this film had the bloodiest scene in horror history. I disagree! While they use hundreds of gallons of blood to fill a bathroom stall, I don't really count scenes like the Shining elevator, or when it rains blood in the Evil Dead reboot. To me, the bloodiest scene of all time is still in Dead Alive, aka Brain Dead.
Hey, in order for it to count, we gotta see that bloodbath inflicted.
Most of the flashbacks don't add much or reveal anything new. Hey, it's a long book, okay? The structure and the pacing was always going to be an issue. But the set pieces are entertaining and would be painful to cut.
Wait, I thought we were watching the deleted scenes.
The losers split up during the second act, and I kinda wish there were more scenes of them together, like at the Chinese restaurant.
I never understood Asian food. Too much green stuff. Yuck.
Yeah.
I also liked the added mythology and scenes left out of the miniseries, like the smoke hole and the ritual of Chud. They didn't go overboard on the cosmic silliness, because that could have been corny.
But they left out the space turtle.
Ah, yes. Maturin.
Why did they leave out the space turtle? That would have been so good and so cool. Because who doesn't want to have a space turtle in that movie?
Ancient space turtle that vomited our universe.
Impressive. I only vomit whiskey and blood.
Muschietti's sequel is entertaining
Why would I
and full of
get that like
spooks, and unlike the miniseries, the second half is just as good as the first. I liked the humor, even though some of the jokes killed the tension. Despite some flaws, It Chapter 2 is still a good time, with plenty of scares, and a fitting conclusion.
Finally, the ending didn't suck.
I was really expecting Pennywise to go vegan.
It's not often that a horror movie gets a big budget, award-winning actors, a 3-hour runtime, and a hard R rating. So, should you go back to Derry and get a whiff of that derriere? Oh yeah. This has been Andy, the maniacal cinephile.
Thanks for watching.
And see you in another 27 years.
Please don't. So that was the video, and let's check one time. Yep, got a couple minutes left. And God, I miss Stitched to get productions, Stitched to get pictures, videos. I mean, it's been so long, and make sure you go to Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and bye. Nah, first of all, I'm going bye for real.